Hey, so today I am going to be talking and reviewing and giving my thoughts on the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. I am in the shade Dynamic, I think. So if you've never seen one of my foundation reviews before, I rank foundations across 7 categories on a scale of 1 to 10 for most, but on 1 to 5 for packaging because I don't think it's as important as the other factors. So the 7 factors that I rank them on are price per ounce, the number of shades, the wearability, the coverage, the longevity, the packaging, and the ingredients. I rank them on ingredients because I have very sensitive skin. Like the Hourglass foundation, I thought it was really nice, but it started burning my face, so I couldn't wear that. So I just washed and moisturized my face, and now I'm ready to apply the foundation. I'm going to do this half with a brush and this half with a sponge, so you can compare the way it works between each. I'm not wearing any concealer because I've noticed that since this foundation has an oil base, it will remove a lot of the concealer that I apply. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to do that after. It does give my skin a nice dewy finish if that's something that you're looking for. So this is no foundation. This is foundation applied with the brush. Like the last time I applied it with the sponge, it leaves a lot of texture. All the holes in the sponge kind of like make your face look like stucco, I've noticed. So I was hoping that this sponge might work differently than the Beauty Blender, but it seems to be doing the same thing when I look at it up close. So that's the final look. It does give my skin quite a dewy appearance. This foundation is $45 per ounce, which is more expensive than obviously a drugstore and more expensive than some of the ones sold at Sephora, but it's not as expensive as Loreal or Bobbi Brown's foundation stick. It comes in 14 shades. That's not that many, but I think they do a good job of spreading those shades out. Like some foundation companies will have 14 shades of medium skin tone and that's it. This one has something that is actually wearable for me, which is rare, and it has some darker shades too. Unfortunately, I don't think they have many for dark skin. So here are some swatches of the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation next to some other foundations that I've talked about on my channel. This is in natural lighting, this is in indoor lighting, and finally I have some of them blended out in natural lighting. So the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation is designed to be a foundation and a serum kind of in one. So it's got argan oil, which is cold pressed, which has a lot of antioxidants. It's supposed to be a moisturizer as well. I don't really see it moisturizing my skin. In fact, if you have dry skin or if you haven't exfoliated in a while, it will definitely pile up in wrinkles and flakes and kind of exaggerate those. So I really only recommend this if you are using it in addition to another moisturizer. It definitely does not do a good job of moisturizing on its own. Definitely does good for ingredients though. It doesn't have anything in here that is potentially toxic or harmful in any amounts. All of them are known to be safe. It does have one ingredient that can cause acne, and I will read that off now, that's why I have my phone here. Polyglycerol diisostearate, which doesn't bother me. I don't sleep in my foundation though, I make sure to take it off. And I don't wear this foundation every day, so maybe if I did that would cause me to break out. But since it has such good ingredients, I'm going to give it a 9. And it doesn't make my skin burn or anything like that, and I have the most sensitive skin. So for wearability, like I said earlier, if you have dry skin, you need to wear a moisturizer with this because it will definitely exaggerate any dry patches on your skin. with that being said, I'm going to give it an 8 because I do think it looks very natural as long as you moisturize. I didn't know any other place that I could dock it for this problem, but one thing that really irritates me is that it is impossible to clean it off of your brushes or your beauty blenders. I guess because of all of the oil in it. So that really irritates me, so I'm going to drop the wearability down to a 7 instead of an 8. For coverage, I think it does a pretty good job. It's not covering up I've got concealer there, but it's not covering everything, but I think it does a pretty good job of evening out my skin tone. So I'm going to give it an 8. I would say it's full coverage, medium to full coverage, depending on how much you use. For the packaging, it comes in a pump, which I personally enjoy, and so I'm going to give it a 5 because I think it's much more convenient than the dropper, and you're not like sticking your finger in it every time and introducing bacteria. I would give it a 5 out of 5 for the packaging. In terms of longevity, if you have oily skin, this is going to slide right off. I wear glasses occasionally, and with some of my other foundations, I'll get, like a little bit rubbed off, but like all of this rubs off with the glasses. If I'm using the phone, it'll be rubbed off. So I will check in later and show you guys. I'll insert that clip here. But I'm going to give it, just based on my current feelings, I'm going to give it a 6 for longevity. Overall, that gives it a 70.3%, which is pretty good. It's not as high as the Bobbi Brown that we tested, L'Oreal True Match, and I believe it comes in second. I think that's the highest of any of the other ones that we've rated. So I hope this review was useful. If you want to see some of my other foundation reviews, I'll put them over here. And if you want to listen to me blabber on about nothing, you can watch this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and maybe I'll see you again, maybe you'll watch, maybe you won't, maybe you found me annoying, but whatever the case, I hope this wasn't a complete waste of your time. Bye.